MPB Builders in Ripon, national award winners in building construction, is now hiring. MPB Builders is currently seeking employees for general labor, mechanics, material estimators, draftsmen, and clerical work. If you're a subcontractor for metal roofing or post-frame construction, MPB has immediate work available. MPB Builders offers competitive wages and full benefits, part-time positions available for college students and semi-retired individuals. For more about what MPB has to offer, check out their website at mpbbuilders.com.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Good evening and welcome to Ripon Tiger Football on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM, AM 1600, The Wave. Tonight it's homecoming as the Tigers turn around and host the Warriors from Waupun in what is more than just a football game. It's to retain the rights of the Little Brown Jug, and anybody that has been involved in that over the years knows how much that really means. I'm Howard Hansen along with Marty Ernzer, and Marty, what more can you say? Two things, homecoming, brown jug.
It's the 50th anniversary of the 1971 class. So congratulations to them. Also,
it's the 45th or 76.
Okay. And now I know there are some guys from that class of 71 that are much, much older than me. They're even older than, the standard, 68 years old, because of that new math at the time,
Right.
with the algebra and geometry and the new math. Some people were stuck around 7, 8, maybe even 10 years longer. So, but they made it out. But anyway, congratulations to that class and to your class, Howard, 45. Let's talk football. That's why they pay us the big money, the rental car. That's what it's all about. The Brown Jug, it's been going on since 1940. The all-time series is led still by the boys from Prison City. Waupun Warriors have a 33, Ripon 31 wins, and then one tie. Ripon, I think, has a great opportunity tonight. The 0-5 Tigers, we were talking before we went on the air. I think they have a great opportunity to beat this 2-3 Warrior team. And we can talk about the specifics about that, why. And I just think that it's a paper tiger, pun unintended, for the Warriors. I think those 2 wins don't mean a lot to me because I want to go into the numbers, Howard. And they outscored their opponents in those first 2 wins of the season to start the season, 58-20. But then in the next 3 losses, 2 of those games, Howard, Waupun was shut out completely. They were outscored 126-16.
Well, let's be honest, the 2 wins were not against strong schools.
Well, no, I mean, because if you look at the 3 losses once they started conference play, I think that would certainly lend itself to that comment. So I like Ripon's chances. You look at that score from last week at Port Washington, which is a football town, and you're going like, wow, they're 0-5 and they didn't look very good. But if you watch the game, I commented how they ran the ball between the 20s and couldn't get the big plays when they needed it. But I felt that the rushing of Hahn and the ability of Olsen to get to the edge, Struble, the quarterback, to do what he can with his legs. I just felt that they had a great offensive attack, a good ground game. And in fact, if you look at the total rushing from the 2 teams, the Pirates of Port Washington only outrushed Ripon in that game by fewer than 10 yards.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, now the passing game was totally different. But the point is, I think if they go with a ground round game tonight at homecoming, I think that Ripon has an outstanding opportunity to finally get into the win column.
Well, like we said, if they go north and south, they are a tough team. It's just straight up blocking for that offensive line, which makes it a lot easier.
Hahn can wear you down. And he went against a formidable team like Port Washington, and I'm sure there was some sore guys that later the next morning. Yep. So I really like their opportunities. And a couple weeks ago, I mentioned tonight's date. That old expression. I circled today's date. Up and down the entire conference, you look at the matchups, and it is without question the most exciting for this conference in football tonight. All 4 games are great matchups.
If we didn't have to call this game, where would you like to be tonight?
I would go to Port Washington, and I would walk those 74 steps again to get my brat. And then I would go back up on the high edge by the high school, and I would watch Plymouth, that's undefeated, take on the 4-1 Port Washington Pirates, and I would watch Port Washington walk away with a win and give Plymouth their first loss of the year.
That's the game that I would like to see for sure.
4-1 Berlin is at 4-1 Kewaskum. I just take the home team, flip a coin. And then Kettle Moraine Lutheran has to be the best 2 and 3 team this side of the Mississippi, maybe even on the other side of the Mississippi. Their 2 losses came, or I should say 3 losses, came 1 point to Watertown Luther Prep, who, by the way, is 4-1 since then. Overtime loss to Kewaskum, who's 4-1, and then 2 points last week to Plymouth. So Kettle Moraine Lutheran 2-3 at 2-3 Sheboygan Falls. They're going to beat Sheboygan Falls by 3 touchdowns. And then Waupun, Vegas has it at -9. I look at Ripon.
What's Marty got it at?
I look at Ripon, maybe even 11, plus -11 Ripon Tigers. Yeah.
What a deal. Well, we'll turn around and talk a little bit more as the game goes on about the conference, because it is starting to line up how things are going to be going. We will turn around and be back with the Coaches Show, as I got a chance to talk to Coach Bradley earlier this week. We'll be back in 30 seconds after these messages. Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you part-time to join their team. Starting wages is over $20 per hour, full benefits effective day 1, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckerscareers.com. Welcome to the Ripon Tiger Coaches Show. I'm Howard Hansen, joined by Coach Mark Bradley. And Coach, you brought a guest with you. Who is that tonight?
Colin Schneider.
Glad to have you along.
Thank you.
Let's just touch a little bit on last week's game. There were some good things to come out of that game. We saw a couple of good offensive drives. I still think you guys got hosed on that first down call by that side judge. But showed a lot of teamwork together on those couple of long drives.
Yeah, we kind of switched up what we're doing up front, and we weren't able to get out and pull as much as we liked and stuff. And so we just kind of changed everything up this last week and decided to just drive block and get upfield. And I thought the offensive line did a very good job. Colin was one of the guards in there, and I thought they, moved the ball or moved the line of scrimmage and attacked, and we were able to get plus yardage on a lot of our runs and move the ball up and down. And unfortunately, we didn't get in the end zone at all, but we moved the ball better than we have and had a couple tough calls go against us. And but that's football, so.
Yeah, it was exciting to see. Seemed to be a little more energy from the team down on the field as the plays were going on.
Yeah, and and things were, when you get a little more success and you get a little more momentum, then it's not as bad, and stuff. And so we were finally able to get some momentum going, get some nice drives going, and the kids were excited because they were seeing the success that they had, and so that's what we're doing.
Speaking of the kids and the success there, Colin, being a guard, you're in the trenches.
Yep.
That's where the game's really played. Don't worry about what the running backs say or the quarterbacks or the receivers. It's you guys in the trenches that determine how the game goes. You guys have a whole new line this year, except for one returning starter. How's it going now that we're getting ready to start Game 6?
Well, I feel like the drive blocking's working better. I feel like it's easier when we're actually gaining yards to work better as a team. Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
He's a quiet kid, isn't he? You can tell. What are you looking for the rest of the season? You got a few games to go here.
I'm just looking for good practices. I'd say a few wins, maybe. Hopefully, I feel like if everybody can work together, if we can work as a team, if we can execute like we should, then I think that's possible.
Nice. Okay, let's convert to this week. Homecoming week. Always a lot of distractions. Little brown jug. That's all you got to say.
Yep.
Colin, what does that mean to you?
Well, the jug, I don't know. It's something to play for. When you hold it up at the end of the game, knowing that you won, it's there.
Yeah. There's no other feeling.
No.
Coach and I have each played for it, and it's something well worth. Coach, your thoughts on the jug?
It means a lot. It's a lot like homecoming. The homecoming game isn't about us. It's about all the past people that played and remembering them and honoring them and respecting all the effort and work that they put in. And the same thing with the brown jug. That's there's a lot of tradition with that, and a lot of people, sweat and tears and blood were on the field with it, and if we're able to do what we need to do and we win it, then that's for those guys, and that all their hard work is paid off too. And with this team too this year, it's something that we look forward to, and and it just is a long line of tradition, and we can put our name on that jug as another victory, and all the other people that played on it can then know that we have it for another year.
Exactly. And, it's great to have that physical W in the column there, but it even means so much more, not just to the team, but to the community to retain that jug. And it's really huge. So what are you going to do to keep the jug here? What's your plans for the week? Let's be blunt.
Yeah. Well, we're going to, look at what we did well last week and what we need to make changes on, and, and adjust and different things. And, we're always tweaking things, trying to make things better, seeing what their defense or offense is doing, and seeing what we can do to counter that to put us in the advantage. And so far this week, the kids have practice great. You know, the intensity's up. They're ready to go. I think tonight, if we could have played, we would have played tonight or last night or tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can't get here soon enough.
Yeah. So the kids have been great, and they're working hard, and you know, we're throwing a lot of changes at them as we're adjusting different things, and they're taking it and working hard to get it in their memory and everything. And you know, and just like last week, you know, we put in a whole new offense basically, and different formations, different blocking schemes, and you know, I thought we blocked well. You know, we did a good job of executing. I think we only had one penalty offsides, I think it was, and you know, in that, and so that's just credit to those guys of focusing in the week and doing what, you know, we think we need to do to get a win.
Injury-wise, you guys sitting pretty good?
Yeah, we got through last week without any injuries, and everybody's ready to go.
Everybody's set and ready to do it. Oh, that's a good thing there. Well, I want to wish both of you guys good luck. Let's try to bring home a victory for homecoming. And this has been the Coaches Show on the Ripon Channel, 93.1 FM, AM 1600, WRPM, The Wave. And best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Celebrating 125 years of community banking, committed to providing excellent customer service in support of local businesses, community and individual financial growth. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC. Welcome back as we get ready for the national anthem here at Ingalls Field, as it is homecoming, as Marty and I have said. And who would have thought, you know, it actually feels like fall for football here. With the breeze, we had some rain. Hopefully that's passed for the remainder of the game, and we can have a great football game, Marty.
Yeah, like you said, that wind, I'm looking at Old Glory over there, and I wouldn't be so sure, Howard, that that's not the end of the wind. I just hope it doesn't rear its ugly face towards us with our no windows in front of us.
I looked at the radar beforehand, and most of it was staying a little to the north, so we can kind of hope that, like, that's the case it was 2 weeks ago when we were here. And
well, meanwhile,
stayed that way.
Just to be blunt about it, I am jacked for tonight's homecoming game. I mean, Berlin is the arch rival, but I always like and enjoyed beating Waupun in anything more than Berlin. I'm being very truthful.
Yep. Well, this goes back to the little 10 days.
Well, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about Little League tournaments, baseball.
Yeah, so we've been around enough of those.
Girls volleyball. I didn't care. Anything. Beat them. And particularly baseball and football. So great opportunity. This is the brown jug that we talked about earlier. Ripon has won that 3 consecutive years, obviously is still in possession of it. We're going to break for the playing by the Ripon High School, or singing, I should say, of the national anthem.
What a lovely rendition of the national anthem.
Yeah, it
Done
is.
a cappella.
You know
I was
how-
waiting for you to go down and join him, though.
You know how you know you're getting old, Howard? When you look down and you see the choir director, and he looks like a senior in high school.
That is true.
And that's what he looked like to me. It was a great job.
I had several
And look at the rain.
students come into former students come into my store today, and I'm looking like, oh my God, I remember when you were, in Little League. And so yeah, we do get a little bit older there. Make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Yeah, hey, drag your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and a bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or go at golamers.com/careers. That's Lamers Bus.
Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Greg DeGalovich at 121 Watson Street, or Shad Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street to learn more. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
I am so thankful I'm up here in the dry booth because I'm looking at that rain going sideways. I'm looking at that flag blown the way that it is. By the way, Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental Associates.
Butsy Merchant, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896.
You know, every time you say that, it's going like, wow.
Yeah, I know. It just,
They're not going out of business. Business must be good.
as they say, all right,
Hey,
so.
Ripon's kicking off. We know that much.
Yeah, they won and deferred, so they will kick off. We'll see, like Marty said, we're starting to see that rain come down out of the north.
And it's going sideways.
Crazy. So see how the handling of the ball is as Cameron Hahn will get ready
Yeah,
to kick. And
that's a stat we want to keep track of, turnovers in a weather game like this. And look, they'll be punting or kicking into the stiff wind.
and just a one-step kick there, and it'll be taken at around the around the 25. The attempt was made. It goes out of bounds.
Oh, wait a minute. The ref is saying he never touched it in either
Yep.
attempt.
So they'll gain a few yards there on that situation. That was fun. I'm going to get it. I can't get it. Got to
I'm
go.
going to get it. Can't get it. I'll try one more time. No, can't get it.
It's like Popeye and Wimpy laying that cheeseburger out there and pulling
And
it
pulling
just
it
as
on
he's
a
reaching
string.
for it. Yeah.
You know, that's a good analogy because that's exactly what I was thinking.
So here we go for the Warriors. They turn around and have their first possession. They will take over at the 35. So a chance for the Tiger defense to show us what they got tonight. Under center, Tigers fake a jump. Here we go around the left side. Nice hole there. Picks up about 4 yards on that.
Off the left tackle. That's exactly right. Ripon defense, nothing different there. Four-man front.
Just
Anchored, I was just going to say, that's anchored by number 74, Quentin Stevens, the all-time,
yeah, he's
or I should say, all-conference of a year ago.
yeah.
And then you sprinkle in some Hahn up there in interior tackle. I think they can do the job tonight.
So it brings up 2nd and 6. Straight up the middle, and a nice job there.
Oh,
Up the middle by the Tigers.
boy, whoever came from the left side on the defensive side, bear hugged him and did a great job. Great tackle.
Looked like, I want to say Hahn was there, but also it was had a 2 on the back of it.
Close the door, great. They're running just 2 split with a traditional pro set, twin backs. Let's see if they come out with anything different than what they've been running so far, and it's not.
Nope, same thing. One receiver to the top, one to the bottom. And we're going to get a jump. Gave him an easy first down there.
They do have slot on the top side.
And it is the offside against the Tigers.
My goodness,
That will hurt.
that's no way to start a game.
No. when you had them pinned at 3rd and 4.
Got to be smart. You got to be smart, aggressive.
Yeah, you can't hand it to them. Well, at least the official out there is smart, covering the ball with a towel. Try to keep it as dry as possible. Under center. Here's the quick handoff up the middle, and that's read well by the Tigers. A slew of black jerseys all around that runner, and might even be a loss of one. We're going to move the ball back to the 46-yard line.
Right now, the defensive front for the Tigers came to play.
Well, you know, homecoming, you got to be fired up.
I tell you, when you're 0-5, you want to be fired up every time.
Yeah. Like I say, the record's very deceiving with Waupun coming in with those 2 victories. Coming around the end here, nobody out there.
Wow.
Nice job of stringing it out there by, is that Struble?
Yeah, and Anthony Nigber was the ball carrier, the 6 foot, 160-pound junior. He got to the edge, and guess what? There was nobody home for the Tigers.
Well, Sanders, who is in there at quarterback, did a nice job of getting that out of his hands quick to give him a little bit of corner there.
There was nothing there. I don't know what happened. I'd like to see that again.
Well, it makes it 3rd and 3.
Very makeable after that second down play.
Back under center. Going to keep it himself, and he'll push ahead for the first down. He'll get that by about a half yard.
Boy, it was 3rd and 4. Ripon jumps that could have maybe gone 1, 2, 3 and out. And now they've got their second first down into Ripon territory now.
And they move the chains. Ball will be on the 42.5-yard line. And Ripon sends in a few different D-line players. Getting a little more size in there.
It's not a bad idea just to, I think they took Hahn out. I mean, he's going to be on the offensive side of things, give him a blow as well.
Yeah. Here's pitch going to the far side. It's a fumble.
Yeah,
and did the smart thing, just fall on the ball.
Yeah, it is. And we talked about that. Turnovers before the start of the game. Weather like this, chances are we might see that happen on both sides of the ball. Well, there's the first mistake by Waupun and a loss of yardage.
Kai Egamek was all over that one for the Tigers, and that'll be a 8-yard loss on that play. Bring up 2nd and 18. Just underway here in the first, 7:40 to go. We're scoreless on the Heidel House scoreboard.
Well, they got the wind to their back on 2nd and long. If they're going to pass, play action pass would be a good time to do it.
No, they're going to keep her on the ground, going around to the side there. Bit of a hole, picks up about 4.5, 5 yards of that.
Got back the majority of what he lost on the fumbled pitch prior to. Still 3rd and long.
3rd and 12 coming up here, so Tiger defense, opportunity to stiffen up here because this is probably 4-down territory due to the location. And the Warriors will come up. They'll send one receiver to the top, one to the near side. Haven't seen him attempt a pass yet.
Big chance. Looks like Ripon's coming on this play.
Oh, I thought we had a false start here on the tackle, but nothing was called there. So it'll bring up 4th and about 8, 9, depending where they actually put this thing down.
If I'm Waupun, I'm punting, and I'll get Ripon going into this wind deep inside their 20 if you feel good about your defense.
Yeah, try to bury them.
But they're going to go for it. And if they don't get it, Ripon will have a great real estate for their offense to take over.
So it'll bring 4th and 8.
Biggest play, just don't jump.
Sit and wait. There they go. Back to pass. Nice little pitch. That wasn't going anywhere. His coverage is there, and they're saying an incomplete pass.
That pressure was made. Give it credit to Hahn and Bach.
Yep.
Great job.
And Egamite out there on the coverage. Good job there by the Tigers on a turnover on down. So they will get their first opportunity here at the 6:09 mark here in the first. And rain.
Great job by the defense, and that's why I would have punted with that wind to my back. I would dare a team to go 80-plus yards into
in this weather, yeah.
At least make them do it.
So the Tigers come up to the line.
Boy, are they stacked. 10 guys in the box.
Yep, keeping it. Pick up a couple of yards there, does Struble. Good little icebreaker play.
Struble ran for over 30 yards last Friday night at Port Washington. The leading rusher was Hahn with just south of 50 yards. And then Olsen chipped in with, I think, close to 30 yards as well. Three-pronged attack on the ground.
So 2nd and 7. This time they give it to the big guy up the middle, and he's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for that first down as he crosses midfield. And that's what we were talking about earlier, is let him run north and south.
Just give him the ball inside the tackles.
I do like one thing I noticed is he's lining up about a yard deeper than he normally had, getting a chance to get that little extra momentum going.
Offensive line obviously gave something to him, a crease of some sort, to get that locomotive ahead of steam.
Yeah, he turned around and took that and just barreled through that line. That's what the Tigers need to happen.
Wind has not dissipated whatsoever, looking at the flags.
No, Old Glory's actually whipping a little harder than it was before we started. Another handoff to Hahn. He goes off the right side. He'll get up close to the 45 of the Warriors. See where they officially mark that, and they're going to, looks like they'll do the roundup system and put it right at the 45.
I'll tell you, you get the success of him getting, let's say, on average, let's say, for example, 4 yards a carry. Look out. It opens up the opportunities with all the other running backs and plays.
And with a mobile quarterback like Struble, that opens up a lot there, too.
And we have not seen that for, the first 5 weeks of the season, any type of consistency with the physical running game.
Struble keeping it himself. Pick up about a yard.
Yeah, marginal gain.
Well, they lined up with 3 in the backfield, which is a different formation for the Tigers.
Wasted time on that play. From the time that Struble took that snap and rolled out to his left and kind of danced around and looked and was kind of looking for a seam, a window. And every nanosecond that's happening, the defense is swarming to the ball.
Yeah, they get that chance to recover. And that's what we talked about last week, those short little plays out to the flats. Just not...
the slow developing plays have been an issue with the Tigers being able to get and turn up north on the edge.
So 3rd and 6, Struble's going to keep it himself. See, they just string that out. Now we're going to get a hold there. And Olsen was in on that, so let's see what the official call is.
I'd like to know.
Yep, it'll be against...
I'd like to know who did it.
He had 2 numbers to choose from. So a play that picked up about 3 is null, and we'll come back and we'll get a 10-yard holding penalty. As this happened in the backfield, so it's from the point of the infraction. They'll move the ball all the way back to the Tiger 40.
Fast-paced first quarter with less than 3.5 minutes remaining in this scoreless game. Each team's had the ball twice, or once, I should say. And mistakes. You got the turnover on the, not turnover, but the fumbled pitch on offense by the Warriors. And then you got 2 penalties on the Tiger defense, one of which gave them the first down. And now you got the holding on the offense. So you got to try to put those in your back pocket and forget about those mistakes. We'll get a timeout called by the Ripon Tigers. Yep. Fortified Bank is growing Wisconsin, one person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifiedbank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and our community. Member FDIC.
Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area.
Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home and comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time. Fusion Heating, a cooling service, Ripon and surrounding areas.
Webster's Marketplace is proud to be your locally owned and operated grocery store since 1987. Featuring an indoor deli, bakery, floral shop, butcher, and smokehouse. Webster's is your full-service grocery store, Highway 23 West in Ripon. And
we believe a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School. Well, they come off the timeout, 3rd and a country mile for the Tigers on their own 40-yard line.
So see what they come out here. Stellmacher breaks off to the right side. Give it to Olsen. Here's the counter. Good block out in front there. Stellmacher's got room. He's crossed midfield. Stays inbound and cuts back over to the 40. Still on his feet. And it'll be brought down. Very good. Just past the first down, I'm going to say. Looks like they're going to mark him down around that 36-yard line.
Great blocking at the point of attack, in particular by the quarterback, Ethan Struble, with a nice block.
Yeah, he threw a key block out there.
And then just a great individual effort of tightrope work along the sidelines and cut back by that arguably the best athlete on the squad, Mr. Gannon the Cannon.
So they'll hustle up to the line quick here. Give it to Hahn as he goes up the middle. He'll pick up about 5 yards there. Always nice when you can go first down and pick up at least 4. And the Tigers looking like they want to go quick, Marty.
Remember that old commercial, Where's the Beef? Well, 34, Cameron Hahn, okay, inside the tackles. He's showing you right now.
And that's the running we've been looking for all season. 2:37 to go here in the first period from Inglesfield on your Heidel House scoreboard. We're tied at 0.
What a huge play for 3rd and huge yards for Ripon coming off the timeout. And that counter or reverse worked just picture perfect, executed great by the Ripon Tiger offense.
Olsen moves up to the line now. He's in motion across. They give it to him on the sweep. Nice block out there by Stellmacher. Olsen turns the corner and gets down and out of bounds right around that 20-yard line.
Talked about his emergence last week at Port Washington. We hadn't seen him. He'd been damaged goods, nicked up, injured from a year ago when he looked pretty good at the beginning of the season. Then we didn't hear from him because of injuries. And then he started to show sparks of getting to the edge and doing what he just did last week. And that might be his best run this season.
I would probably agree with you. He hasn't had too many opportunities to get to that side. But he had a great block out there from Stellmacher.
Just a junior.
To free him up.
And he's got the stride. I think Stellmacher, we've talked about this before, is the quick, and Olsen is the fast.
So Olsen goes back up to the line again. This time they give it to Stellmacher. He's coming around the left side. He's got the corner. 10 down to the 5. Punches himself into the end zone for a 19-yard touchdown run.
Wow.
That was a beautiful setup run, Marty.
Riley Eisnagel, who bequeathed him, Gannon the Cannon. Yeah. I'll take that back. Maybe he's quick and fast because he got around the edge and just outran and had the angle by the pursuit person on defense. Never had a chance. Great job. Great drive. Huge play on 3rd and probably, what was it, just under 20.
19-yard run.
Yeah. That's exactly what Ripon needed in this game in the first quarter. Take the lead at home against a team that's gotten beat up pretty bad their last 3 contests.
And the kick is up. The kick is good by Hahn. And the Tigers lead 7-0 with 2:02 to go on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Wow. Hey, for a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs available Saturday evenings. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon.
Next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees. End your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Opened Wednesday, Thursday through Sunday. Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street in Ripon, and that's West Fond du Lac Street, just so everybody knows which side of town to go to.
It's a huge city, so you got to make sure you're paying attention on what street. I mean, you know, that whole offensive effort on that drive, and it's only going to get better in the second quarter when they have that wind to their backside.
So Hahn with that little one-step kick.
Yeah, and as the ball blows off the tee, Hahn, who just made that point after, now it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I talk about this every season for the last 18, 19 years or something, and I love those low line drive kicks that nobody knows where it's going to go or what it's going to do. Look at that.
That one skips, slides taken at the 18-yard line, crosses the 25 up to the 30, dances around, and it'll be brought down right around the 32, 33-yard line is where the Warriors will start.
Good job by the kick coverage team for the Tigers. They maintained their lanes. I thought they swarmed well, didn't let them get to the outside, and everybody finished up on the play. Just sound fundamental kick coverage.
Last week you praised the special teams because they did such a great job against Port Washington.
And these two teams, I think, are quite comparable. I think they're evenly matched. But like I said, I like Ripon by a couple scores at home before the game, and now I feel really good about that. But now the defense, what we're looking here is consistency. You can't do the job for 2 plays and then let them off the hook on 3rd down.
So here we go. First play. That's a handoff to the left side. Tigers are there.
That reminds me of the movie MASH in that football game. I mean, it almost looked like a clothesline. It's like he was running, all of a sudden he just ran into a door that wasn't open.
Well, the door was number 74, and that was Quentin Steffens. It shut really, really quick.
Yeah, it did.
Nice job there by the Tigers. A loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11. I think the Tiger defense is a little jacked after the offense scored there.
Well, yeah, and even before when they got him on that play that turned the ball over on that play action pass where they rush, that was awesome on the incomplete pass.
Handoff again. This one working himself outside. Pick up a couple of yards there as he crosses the 35 out to about the 37.
This is a real basic offense. There's nothing fancy about it. You don't, Ripon runs, what you see what they've done with the misdirection, the counter, the fake counters, and reverses. You don't really see that, at least not yet, by Waupun. They go with a standard, sometimes 2 split, one wing, twin backs, and no shotgun. It's very basic. They're just going to try to out-physical you up front.
3rd and 7 here for the Warriors.
Okay.
Back out from underneath, gets everything set.
Almost like a play change, audible.
Mm-hmm. And now we're going to get a flag. Somebody moved.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. When you go down into your 3-point stance,
you can't come up.
Well, you got to hold it that long. That's the problem. Now you're asking your guys to hold it, and maybe he's not hearing what the quarterback is shouting. So
just took that little bit of rock, and that was it. So it marches them back 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
Now it allows on 3rd and long. I got to believe right now the way this Tiger defense has played this, they're going to send somebody.
You gotta. There's the motion.
Quentin Stevens off the left side. There's the pass.
Wide open. And unable to come up with it was number 13 as he cut back. The ball just kind of drifted on him out there.
Yeah, he was underthrown. Pretty good duress, pressure on the quarterback, and that might have had something to do with that incompletion. The good news is it's 4th and long. Punt he calls for a punt by Waupun in their own territory.
Yeah, Isaac Glewin is in for the punt there.
19 seconds left in the first quarter. Ripon up 7 to nothing on that Gannon Stelmacher run.
Low snaps. Stelmacher will let it go out of bounds.
35 or so, maybe even better.
Yeah, they're going to mark it up. Keep walking.
Oh, my.
Up to the 40. That's that roundup.
It's better.
Addition. Gotta like that.
60-yard field, short field for the Tigers to start. This being their 3rd possession?
2nd.
Okay.
So
it just seemed so long with that first one.
It was a long first drive, that's for sure. And chewed up a lot of clock there. So 14 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tigers will take over.
Well, look at them stack into the box defensively. You got a safety 15 yards back. And
give it to the horse up the middle.
Yeah.
He got across the 45.
Now, I'm sorry, Howard. I tell you, you got 10 guys in the box, and on 1st and 10, he still gets almost 7 yards on you.
Yep.
That, I'm telling you right now, to that defense, that is uninspiring.
We'll pick up that thought as we come back, and that's the end of the first quarter with the Tigers leading the Warriors 7-0 on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational options to all students. Ripon Tigers are building their future in high-achieving academic atmosphere, supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and striving for excellence. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. Ripon Area Schools.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second quarter from a rainy Ingalls Field. Tigers have the ball. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And everybody's there. Looks like they're looking for a contact lens.
Exactly. Olsen in motion. Give it to the Hahn up the middle. Bounces that off the left side a little bit. He'll cross midfield to about the 48 of the Warriors and pick up a first down. Nice quick hit run there by Cameron Hahn.
So far early on in the second quarter, but certainly in the first quarter, the difference of this game, it's real simple. Number 34, Cameron Hahn, his effectiveness on 1st and 10 and other downs, I might add, up between the tackles of getting big chunks of yards, inability of 10 men in the box to stop that run by Waupun, looms huge for the Tigers.
Stelmacher moves up. Hit it to Hahn again off the left side. He's got some room across the 30, 25, down to the 15, 10. He's going all the way to the end zone. Touchdown for Cameron Hahn on a 48-yard touchdown run by the Tigers.
Oh, Daddy. Let me tell you, it should be illegal for someone that big to run that fast. That's what Waupun's thinking right now.
Oh, no kidding. That was, once he got through that left side, and a great hole put out there by the line out there for the Tigers, there was nobody going to catch him.
I don't know what you would call that. It was bigger than a hole, I tell you.
I could have drove a Buick through there.
Great play, great execution by the men up front for Ripon. And just like that, here's a team looking in search of their first win. And they're up early by 2 scores here early in the second quarter at Ingalls Field. PAT, point after attempt, was blocked by Waupun, so that's the best news they've had so far. The 2 and 3 Warriors with a blocked point after to make it 13-0 Ripon at the 11:24 mark in the second quarter.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as a part of their team. Starting wages is over $20 per hour, full benefits effective day 1, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckerscareers.com.
Celebrating 125 years of community banking, building a solid reputation as a mortgage lending leader, offering lending choices to fit your best options. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 434805.
Make the long drive this season with confidence, just like the Tigers just did. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers. And that was a hole as big as a Lamers bus could get through. Since we're on to those, yes,
well,
that number 34 got through there.
Han
yes.
ran like the bus from Pittsburgh used to through that hole.
The bus.
And now he gets to kick the ball.
Yeah. Look at that one step. That's called a drop step kick.
And line drive taken at the 26-yard line, looking for some room, gets across the 40, and a great return there for the Warriors. And they'll start somewhere around the 41-yard line. So
great field position for Waupun. Their best so far in the first half. They're trailing 13-0. We have a great end around by Gannon Stelmacher to start either team with points on that touchdown run. What was it, like 19 yards?
It was a 19-yard, yep.
And then we went with Thunder after that lightning of Stelmacher. Thunder right up the off-right tackle on a tremendous run by Cameron Hahn. Not only is he physical, he's got a great burst.
So here we go. Warriors with their first possession here in the second quarter. Looking to go around the right side. Picking up a little bit of yardage there. Up to about the 45-yard line. A 4-yard pickup. Maybe across the 45.
That was off the right side, a fake handoff, and then he used the fake handoff halfback as one of his lead blockers. That was a quarterback keeper for a decent gain.
So it'll be 2nd and 5.
That was not, I should say, by the way, the quarterback, that was Easton Hall. He's a 5'11", 150-pound junior, number 23 quarterback for Waupun.
One of those weird numbers for quarterback. Here he goes, hands it off. They come around to the near side here, and it's all black in front of them.
Yeah, number 8, the running back for them, Isaac Lewin. He's a senior, 5'10", 170. He wishes that his quarterback, number 23, had kept on to the ball that time.
Well, he ran into Caleb Hopp out there and Kai Agamite and Stelmacher, so not much there. They'll say no gain on that.
Big opportunity. You want to get the ball back for your offense, Ripon defense. So this is it right now on 3rd and about 5.
So turn around and just inside the start of the second quarter here. Glad to have you along on the Ripon channel.
Waupun going into that win.
They're trying to go to the left side. Nice cut up, big hole. Gets across. That was number 4 and got the first down there.
Anthony Nigber, a junior running back, did a great job of stutter stepping and then cut it back up and was able, like you said, Howard, to get that first down. One of their best runs of the game.
He saw an opening and turned it back up, and enough for that first down. So,
yeah, patience for sure on that play.
So it'll be 1st and 10, ball sitting on the Tigers' 47-yard line. Motion here again. Hand it off straight up the middle off that left side. A big hole. Nice job there by the left side of the Warriors line.
The offensive line, all of a sudden, I'm seeing back-to-back plays. That's their best effort in 2 consecutive offensive plays with the guys, the horses for Waupun, getting it done up front. Brings up a very makeable 2nd and 3 for Waupun in Ripon territory at Ripon's 40-yard line.
Yeah, just like it's a whole new Waupun offense here in the second, Marty.
Yep, Ripon up 13-0. Touchdowns by Stelmacher and Hahn of the difference so far of this contest.
There's the motion, handed off up the middle again, and a nice sidestep and a first down as he crosses the 30 down to about the 28-yard line.
That's a tall 6'2" running back, 250 pounds, senior Lucas Meyer, number 28, doing the damage there. They use about, I've seen 3, maybe even 4 running backs so far by Waupun.
Well, mix them up until you find one that works and then stick with it, I guess, is the thought there. So it'll bring up another first down for the Warriors. Hall going up under center. Looking over the defense.
Double wing, single back, 2 split.
Motion. There's the handoff and the cut up. This time the Tigers sniff it and stop it after about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, there was a couple tacklers there, but I like the way that Quentin Steffens really did a great job of closing that down. I mean, he really attacked the ball carrier.
Well, he was staying, I think, with Nigber as he was in motion, anticipating that one, and did a great job. So 2nd and 7. Rain still coming down here at Ingalls Field. Not as heavy as before, but still coming down. Handoff up the middle, left side, big hole, all the way into the end zone. And the Warriors get on the board.
Yeah, that's the big senior running back again, the 6'2", 215 pounds. That's their answer to Hahn, is number 28, Lucas Meyer. That galloping touchdown run off the left side.
Yeah, that was a great run there.
You got to gang tackle him, and it was a great seal block, by the way. He had nobody saying hello to him when he got to the line of scrimmage.
Now we'll see what they have. They're
game on.
Going for 2 here, the way it looks.
Usually a sign of no kicking game when you do that.
And that's what they will be doing, going for 2 here. There's the motion again. Run that same play basically that they did. And he fights his way.
He is big. I think they're going to give it. Let's see if they give it to him. They're walking right on that goal line.
Nobody signaled yet, and they're saying no. He did not get in.
Now, they got beat by Port Washington, Waupun, 54-0. Then they came back and lost by half of that to Sheboygan Falls, 32-16. And then Berlin shut them out last week, 40-0. So what defensively Ripon's going to have to do in terms of an adjustment, you got to gang tackle number 28, because that's the recipe for them all of a sudden out of nowhere. And just a few plays, they took it from the Ripon 40-yard line and took it down there for a score, pretty much on the back of number 28. And he's, I should say, Lucas Meyer, the senior running back. 6'2". You normally don't see guys that tall, 6'2".
But he has powerful legs. It's been tough to bring him down for sure.
Well, he's well over 200 pounds.
That's why you got to hit him low, I guess. So, anyway, the Warriors get on the board. It's 13-6. Ripon leading on your Heidel House scoreboard with 7:30 to go here in the first half. Howard Hansen, Marty Ernst are glad to have you along on the Ripon channel, 93.1 FM and AM 1600, The Wave. If you're enjoying what you're hearing and you're following us on YouTube, please subscribe. And now we will see
other great matchups tonight around the conference. Waupun is at Ripon, of course. Kettle Moraine Lutheran is at Sheboygan Falls. Plymouth at Port Washington. Berlin at Kewaskum.
Ball's picked up at the 30, across the 40. Got a kick outside. He's across midfield and finally brought down at about the 38-yard line.
That's our freshman Perkins. Haven't heard his name, Jordan, for quite some time, it seems like, last couple of games. What a huge play by a 9th grader.
I think Waupun was trying to catch Ripon sleeping there as they just did that little pooch kick, and Perkins, as Marty said, did a great job of getting that in advance and giving Ripon great field position here as they will start at the 39-yard line.
Well, what do you think we're going to see right now on 1st and 10?
Give it to the horse and let him go.
10 in the box again, one single safety. He's about 12 yards, 14 yards off the line of scrimmage. Let's see.
Stelmacher moves up to the line. Here it is. Give it to him off the left side. Still going. He's on his feet. He's not going to be denied. Down to the 10-yard line. Can they bring him down? No, they're going to say he's down just before the end zone.
Oh, yeah, baby. Who's the bell cow of the offense?
My goodness.
Yes. What a great animated run by Cameron Hahn.
I thought for sure he was going to get in on that and just came down just before the 1-yard line.
They're going to give him the touchdown.
They talked it over with the side judge and he said, yep, it is a touchdown. So
if I'm the Waupun coach, I'm going, what are you guys doing?
Really?
You're either in, he's either in or he isn't, but you don't change it. You don't have the Geneva Conference to decide that.
So they're missed. The kick is up. Nope. The kick is no good.
Well, it was mishandled on the snap, from the snap to the holder. The holder couldn't handle it cleanly. So once right away, the timing's thrown off. So the last 2 PATs now have been missed by Ripon. You just got to hope that doesn't become an issue later in the game.
So a great run there by Cameron Hahn to make the score Ripon 19, Waupun 6 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisor, Greg Dagalovich at 121 Watson Street, or Shade Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street. Learn more. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon, right there on the hill.
Buttsy Marchand, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. As we get ready here, the rain's picking up a little bit more as we are at the 7-11 mark here in the second quarter.
That's fine with me, Howard. I'm up here. I'm cozy.
We're dry.
I got an umbrella and a raincoat if I need it. I don't think I will. The wind continues to come out of that. What is that? Is that the
It's out of the north, yeah.
North, yeah.
Northwest. Definitely a cool breeze here.
The north. Now, was that the good witch or the bad witch out of the north in Wizard of Oz? I never quite understood. I just knew she was green.
I knew it was either green or Galinda, one of the two.
Here
we go. Good kick. That's going down. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. And
too many of those.
Yeah, Waupun will get it at the 35. You can't have that.
Too many of those. And that's wind aided. That's the one you really wanted to take it right down the middle. Make them work for a living. Get that ball down to the inside the 15-yard line at least. I think he's got plenty of leg to do that based on the legs we see him running with the ball. My goodness. It's like he's just got woke up and has a fresh shot of everything, and he's ready to go. I mean, I haven't seen him explode like that. We saw that one, the only touchdown run they had in the second half here at Ingalls a few weeks ago.
Yeah, against Kettle Moraine Lutheran.
When he was a man on a mission. And, but boy, he is electric tonight. Physical and fast.
Waupun hands it off. Looking to go off that right side again. We'll pick up about 3 yards. A good job by the Tiger defense out there.
Yeah, great example of hit and get, swarming to the ball, all those good things if you're talking defense.
Well, that defensive line out there doing a nice job. Quentin Steffens is in there, and Brent Bach, another one.
Well, they're going to do two things. They're going to try to get to the edge with their quicker backs, and they're going to feed Meyer, number 28, off tackle. Lucas Meyer, the one that has the only, so far, touchdown for the visiting Warriors.
There's the motion. Looking to go around the side. He's trying to cut that corner. Does turn up, still on his feet. And going to be close to that first down, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and short. And that's the quick, number 4. That's Anthony Nigber. He's had the ball a few times trying to get to the edge. He's basically, his counterpart would be Olsen for the Tigers. And now they'll come back with the Thunder, I would suspect. Yeah, possibly a quarterback keeper if you don't want to hand it off. But we'll see.
They got about the length of the football for the first down, so yeah, the smart play would be to let the quarterback just touch it. And
yeah, he likes to carry it anyway. Eastern Hall minimizes the chance of a mistake on a rainy evening.
And that's what they're going to do. A little delay there, and he pushes through. Gets the first down, a pickup of about 2.5 yards. So the ball, it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the Warriors' 47-yard line.
Fortified Bank has grown Wisconsin, one person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifiedbank.com to see how banking totally is a win for you and our community member, FDIC.
So the Warriors come up to the line here as the clock is running. We're down to 5.5 to go here in the first half. Tigers leading 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Just 3 yards short of entering Ripon territory, the ball at midfield.
Oh, we get 2 guys moving at once. That'll bring out the Hankies.
So the problem there was Anthony Nigber along with Isaac Lewin. One was supposed to be in motion, the other not. So I almost thought the one that moved, the second man that moved, I think he was coming thinking that was the snap. So maybe
Right.
it was on 3 sort of thing, and he went on 2.
2, exactly.
Yeah.
So they'll march off 5 yards there and move it back to the 42-yard line.
Another helpful assistance there on the penalty by Waupun to help out the Ripon defense.
Make it 1st and 15 for the Warriors.
If you can minimize the first yard, the first down damage here, defensively speaking, make it 2nd and long, that really puts you in a good position.
So up under center. Here's the motion.
Showing blitz to the wide side.
Handoff up the middle, going to the big guy again, and Tigers doing a good job. He'll pick up maybe about a yard or 2, and that will be it.
Yeah, that was a nice job. I'll tell you, the guy that was there first, I felt for Ripon, was Caleb Hopp, and then I thought that Bach, 53, the underclassman, the sophomore, did a good job. And from there, it was just a whole bunch of black uniforms.
Yeah, the black wall stormed in there. So it'll bring up 2nd and 13 for the Tigers.
Here they are, 2nd and long. That really, well, I don't know. I was going to say it really begs a play-action pass, but not necessarily. The wind is dissipated slightly, and the rain is still light.
Looking to pass. Steffens meets you at the quarterback out there.
Boy, he turned to his right and ran from the all-conference Steffens, but then he ran right into, gosh, who was that?
Bach was out there.
Not who. Well, someone shot across the line and said, hello, you want a slow dance?
Cameron Hahn came from his linebacker position.
I'd like to see who that was.
That was quite the defensive jailbreak there.
It was like a horror movie. You're running from one of the monsters, and all of a sudden you go around the corner, and you run right into the arms of another, and that's what that was. And anyway, either way, it is 3rd and long.
3rd and 20.
They were 3 yards away from the 50-yard line. They are now back at their own 37.
And they're going to keep it on the ground and
make that.
It's going nowhere.
Make that their own 35.
Tigers getting physical here at home, and they're going to stop the progression there.
And they got the message, too. We're not going to let Lucas Meyer, at least on this offensive possession by Waupun, get untracked.
Tigers will take a timeout here as they want to save some time with 3:09 to go in the first half. They lead 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area.
I'll tell you, this will be the 2nd timeout called by Ripon. I think it's a good time for it. They don't have to go for a punt block because they're going to be kicking into a wind anyway. So I think they'll be happy just to play it straight on a punt return.
Yep, and turn around and get good field position out of that.
You got over 3 minutes remaining, 1 timeout, and hopefully, like you said, good field position and something at least maybe, beyond the 30, their own 30.
Stelmacher will go back to receive the punt.
Do not, in any circumstances, look for a fake here.
Boy, you'd have to be awfully gutsy to go that route. So here we go. Good snap, quick kick, and a beautiful kick. Stelmacher's going to let that one go and roll out of bounds somewhere around the 24.
24, yeah. So I was hoping they'd get out beyond the 30, but like you said, a good punt given the circumstances of the weather. That's now the rain's coming a little heavier, but the wind isn't as bad.
Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers services on all manufacturer brands and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job done professionally and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and the surrounding areas. So Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 24. We got 3:02 to go here in the first half as they lead.
Well, everybody's thinking Hahn gets the ball here. Let's see.
Struble barking out the signals. Little miscommunication there, I think.
Boy, there was a mess up on that play. You're right.
Somebody went way too far outside.
Well, I don't know what it was. It was just the running back and the quarterback. They were not on the same page. So a loss of about close to 3.
Yeah. So not the direction the Tigers want to go here.
Brings up 2nd and long.
So turn around and
Ripon really hasn't been in a situation where they've been compelled to have to think they have to go to the air. They didn't pass last week for the most part against Port Washington.
Port Washington had a huge fast rush against him. Here we go. This is Olson coming around the side. He's good stiff arm. He'll get across the 20 up to about the 22-yard line. Maybe the 23. Looks like a good mark here. So it'll turn around and make it 3rd and 11 for the Tigers. Well, here, give it to the big guy and let him go hard up the middle. That's worked before. Struble coming back to the huddle. Rain continues to fall. It's pretty much Friday night. You know the weather's not going to be that great. So Struble up under quarterback. Stellmacher comes up the line, and now we're going to get a... Tigers will take their final timeout here at the 1:31 mark.
Yeah, Waupun has rolled up another outside linebacker, so they're going with a 5-man front up there, and then another, depending how they do it, sometimes 3 linebackers. So anyway, hey, the bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course our signature donuts. Hand cut daily to our delis, roasted chicken, delicious dips, and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
I love their crawlers out there. That's a mainstay of my breakfast. We believe a company like a family is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School.
So coming off of that timeout on 3rd and long deep in your own territory, I don't see them taking any type of a major risk to jeopardize the lead before you go in at halftime. Having said that, guess what? I was going to do another ad, but I'm going to have to wait. I'm watching the band coming around.
Yep.
They must love this, being in this rain, you know, playing a brass instrument.
Getting your spit valve really filled up with water, always a good thing. So Stellmacher comes up to the line in the adjustment. Handoff to Olson. Yeah, he tries to cut back, gets a couple of yards.
Protect the ball.
Still going across the 25 up to about the 29-yard line.
Good effort, good fight by the junior.
Yeah, no quit there. So turn around and timeout taken by the Warriors.
Sure.
As there's 1:20 on the board.
Yeah.
They think, hey, we can get this back.
So anyway, for a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner, plan a visit to Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Be sure to try their popular baby back ribs available Saturday evenings. If you enjoy cooking, stop in and apply at Pastimes Pub and Grill, downtown Ripon.
Next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees, and your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Mr. and Mrs. P's, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Look for Waupun to go for the block. I would. You're the under.
You got nothing to lose.
I think you're sort of an underdog, even though you have you're 2 and 3 coming in.
Olson, nice kick, gets that off over the head of the back man, and it'll take a Warrior bounce, and finally, Hagemite comes back and downs it right about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, at 4 yards, it worked back 4 yards up towards upfield instead of down. He didn't get the roll that would have been nice to get him down inside the 20-yard line. Still, they're going to have to go a long way, they being the Waupun Warriors, with exactly 1 minute, 11 seconds left, trailing Ripon 19-6. That's right, I said trailing Ripon 19-6 here till halftime. You're going to stick around, folks. We're going to have the Ripon High School Marching Band also on the field in this glorious weather at halftime performing.
And we'll get the homecoming court announced and all that good thing. The parade was this afternoon. Kind of a quick one because the rains came in fast. So speaking of quick, here we go. Waupun looking.
Fumble.
Yep. And
yeah, speaking of court, I much prefer homecoming court than having to appear in court. And so I'm all for what's going to happen here shortly.
That traffic court?
plead the fifth.
There you go. Smart choice.
So it's been raining since, but prior to the beginning of the game, throughout the entire first half.
And
so the good news is no thunderstorm. And I was looking at radar and stuff before, and I was thinking 8 o'clock, hasn't materialized.
So here we go. Waupun will try it again, handing it off up the middle to the
Nice.
big back, and
Nice.
he's met by 3 black jerseys, and that's going to end it as he gains maybe a yard out of that one there.
I'll tell you who really met him for the Tigers. The big guy, 67, Noah Hansen. He met him, stood him up. Nice job.
Waupun's going to take a timeout there with 14 seconds left. So we will.
Interesting. You're on your own. You're inside your own, 25-yard line. And
what are you going to do? Go for it?
Marginal 14 seconds. Yeah. I guess. Okay. So anyway, next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees. End your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street. That's right here in Ripon.
And come out of that timeout here. 14 seconds left. Warriors come up to the line right away. And the Tigers kind of dropping back in a defensive coverage there. Because
here we go, Howard. The old tackle eligible.
Fumblerooski, yeah.
Yeah, or triple reverse halfback option pass.
There's the motion. Rolling out to the right side, looking downfield. Quick pass, and that's incomplete. So they'll get one more shot at it.
You know what that is? That was it was a plate of spaghetti upside down on the floor, but that was supposed to be a hook and ladder. That was going to be a short out pattern catch, and then the other guy runs, and then the other guy comes ripping down the sideline, and then you do the lateral pitch to him. It never had a chance. The timing was totally off. And with this many defenders for the Tigers playing so loose and so deep, keep everything in front of you. You don't care if they get a 25-yard gain.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 15. Punting situation for the Warriors. Stelmacher back for the Tigers. Long snap. Kick is up. Another beautiful kick again. Stelmacher will take this and fumble it. He picks it up at the 45, up to the 50, and is tripped up at the 48 of the Warriors. And that's where the first half is going to come to an end, as the Tigers lead the Warriors 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard on this homecoming 2021. We'll be back in 10 minutes and talk a little bit about the first half.
Representing the sophomore class. And it's her birthday today, Rania Levin, escorted by Bernie Brown. Representing the junior class, Payne Beaver, escorted by Henry Willard. And representing your senior class, Emma Mott, escorted by Isaac Whitrock. Abby Randolph, escorted by Spencer Schultz.
Kristen, how are you doing tonight?
Katie Stewart and Whitney Baird. And our 2021 homecoming queen and king, Lucy McBean, escorted by Ty Engelmeyer. Congratulations to our 2021 homecoming queen. We also have the Distinguished Alumni Award. Each year, the Ripon Area School District pays tribute to outstanding graduates of Ripon High School who have excelled in their profession and or made significant contributions to the community. This is the 18th year of the Distinguished Alumni Award. Tonight we honor the 2020-2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipients, the Ripon Area School District is proud to announce that Anthony Alvarado was chosen to receive the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award. This district is proud to honor Anthony's accomplishments, which illustrate the value of life of service to others. The battles and victories in his personal life inspired him to start Rise Together in 2013. Rise Together has helped educate and empower hundreds of thousands of people to prevent addiction and promote mental health. At age 33, Anthony has been identified by Forbes as a movement builder. His life vision is to rid the world of hopelessness by empowering others to strive for their full potential. Although Anthony is not able to join us tonight, please help me to congratulate him. Nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Anthony Alvarado. The Ripon Area School District is proud to announce that this year's Distinguished Alumni Award is being presented to Mr. Jim Flores for graduating from Ripon High School in 1979. Jim left Ripon for San Diego, having graduated from the University of San Diego with an international relations degree. Jim began his quest to make the world a better place. Most recently, Jim was president and CEO of the San Diego Movement. One of Jim's global achievements was his work during the COVID-19 crisis. Jim's innovative programs helped the food bank successfully meet the increasing needs of the San Diego community. Jim and his wife Cheryl reside in Chula Vista, California, and have 2 grown sons. Jim is quick to say that his greatest achievements in life are his sons Jack and John. When asked about his life and what he has meant to the thousands of lives he has touched, improved, and perhaps saved, Jim's reply is simply, life is too short not to do something that matters. Let's hear a big round of applause for the 2021 Distinguished Alumni, Jim Flores. And now, Tiger fans, tonight's halftime performance by the Ripon High School Band. The Ripon High School Band will take you back in time when poodle skirts and leather jackets were all the rage. The Ripon High School Band, under the direction of Hayden, Deacon Boyd, Justin Weatherbrand, and Kira Shaw, proudly present Grease. Make some noise here with the high school band. for your Ripon High School band. Also, let's hear it for the 2021 Homecoming Coach. And also a nice round of applause for the Distinguished Alumni Awards that we gave here tonight.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Welcome back to halftime at Ingalls Field, where the Tigers lead the Warriors from Waupun 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Speaking of scoring situation, this is how it went down. In the first quarter, at the 2:02 mark left in the first quarter, Gannon Stellmacher with a 19-yard touchdown run. Cameron Hahn turned around and connected on the extra point to make it 7-0. In the second, turn around and Hahn did the work this time at the 11:24 mark with a 48-yard touchdown run. And the extra point attempt was missed, which is quite understandable after running 48 yards. I'm sure he's a little tired. The Warriors got on the board at the 7:30 mark as Meyer ramped in for a 28-yard touchdown scamper to make it 13-6. And then the Tigers came back at the 7:11 mark with a 38-yard run by Hahn to make it the 19-6. Individual stats for the first half. Hahn, 8 carries for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. Stellmacher, 2 carries for 43 yards, 1 touchdown. Olsen, 3 carries for 21 yards. And Struble, 2 carries for 3 yards for the Tigers. I want to bring in my partner here, Marty Ernster. Marty, pretty good first half if you're a Tiger fan.
A team looking for their first victory of the season after 5 straight losses. And the key, talked about it late in the first quarter, and then certainly that example took over, and that was Cameron Hahn. The ability on 1st and 10 to get quality yards, to bring up 2nd and short, and then later as it went, he got huge bursts, the one for the touchdown, the other, actually for both, and long runs. And so that was really the key, I think. The stats probably speak to that. And so Cameron Hahn up inside the tackles, physical, fast, allows other athletes on that offensive unit to get on track and do things because you're so focused with 9 and 10 guys in the box defensively for Waupun to bring down Hahn and minimize his success. It opens up other opportunities. And in fact, I think we'll see that even more so here in the second half. But and I like the way defensively, after the single score that was run by that senior running back, number 28 for
Meyer.
Meyer, number 28, Lucas. They minimized his success after that touchdown drive and a touchdown run by him. And he's a big guy, 215 pounds, 6'2", runs very determined. And I felt that the swarming defense, next time the Waupun had the ball, pretty much put that to bed. And I really liked the way that they responded. You know, the defensive coaching staff had to be talking to him and saying, hey, we can't let this guy run up and down the field on us. And they took that away, and then Waupun since then has not had an answer. So Ripon has to be smart. They got to take care of the ball, value the ball in this wet, cool evening of homecoming, and continue to do what they're doing, and that's run the ball physically with Cameron Hahn. And they don't really have to do anything more in terms of going to the air. They're certainly not playing catch-up for the first time this season, are they?
No.
They're playing with the lead. So it's going to be interesting to watch this Tiger team playing with the lead in the second half to see how they respond.
And Tigers will get the ball to start the second half here, so that's opportunity to put a little bit more on it.
Yep. Hey, the Ripon Area School District mission is empowering learners, engaging community, and enriching the world. Ripon students follow this in early childhood programs, project-based charter schools, K-12 engineering courses, strong fine arts offerings, extracurricular offerings, and the Start College Early program. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. That's the Ripon Area School District.
And here we go, getting ready to start the second half. Good to see the second kick. That's going to be another short one, taken at about the 29-yard line. Crosses the field, and he's brought down. They give him forward progress. He's going to be just across the 35, but we're going to see what they're going to do.
That was the freshman Perkins, who in the second quarter had that great kickoff return.
Yeah, he took that short kick and just went with it, and that's what you hope. So let's see what the Tigers have planned up here as they got a chance to plan a few things during halftime.
Well, I don't think they had to reach too far into their bag of tricks
Yeah,
to figure
34
out
up
what
the
they
middle,
want to do.
34 up the middle.
And Waupun knows that, so they're going to be ready. Let's see what the two offensive defensive lines have to say about this.
Struble taking it around the left side himself, looking for some blocking. Cuts up. He'll pick up about 2 yards on that.
Gannon Stelmacher, great kick out block. Didn't get a lot of yards out of the play, but he was the one that allowed Struble to get any positive yards. We'll call it a yard gain.
So yeah, they'll give him just that yard. It's good to see something a little different there, but it's like you said, those plays out to the flats just take too long to develop and allows the defense to get there. So it'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Tigers.
Waupun stays with their 5-man front, nose guard, 2 other tackles, defensive ends, and then they got their linebackers 4 yards off the line of scrimmage.
There's that out to the flat there. Turns it up, but going to pick up maybe a yard or 2.
What an exciting play. They got maybe 2 yards. He is such a start and stop water bug of a running back.
He can juke, can't he?
He has that ability to turn something into nothing into something, I should say. 3rd and long it's going to bring up now. We've had a Struble with about a 1-yard gain. Stelmacher with about 1.5-yard gain. Hahn yet to touch the ball on 3rd and long to start the second half.
Not a bad thing there, as Waupun was probably keying in on Cameron a little bit. And there they give it to the big guy, and he'll come up about 2 yards short. They'll bring up 4th and 2 as they get up to about the 40, 43, 44 yards, depending where they put it down. It's a punting situation for the Tigers.
Kind of surprising that he didn't touch it, if not on 1st, maybe 2nd down.
Yeah. So they go into the punting situation here with Olsen back.
Got to do your job up front, allow Olsen to get this punt off.
And he's had some heavy pressure. Very nice job. Good end over end kick. Nobody back there. It's going to take a quick bounce. Egamite down there. He's letting it roll, and it's going to be downed right around that 7-yard line.
Well, we saw last time Olsen punted, which is, I think, this the 2nd time now tonight, and it went back 4 yards towards Ripon. And this time it got that desired roll of about, just almost 20 yards.
So Waupun will take over with their first possession here, the 9:31 mark. Tigers leading 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Glad to have you along. Howard Hansen, Marty Ernster on the Ripon channel.
Dave Johnson letting me know the Brewers are up 4-1 on back-to-back homers by Adamas and Yelich. One of our faithful listeners and viewers.
So see if the Tigers defense can pick up here. They go right off that right guard tackle area there, and Tigers all over that.
Didn't see who the carrier was.
Number 4 was the carrier, I believe. Yes, it was. And that would be
Nigber.
Nigber, yep.
Let's see their formation, Howard, what they're coming out with. If they're staying with the same 2-split.
So it brings up 2nd and 7.
Stacked eye, wing left.
Late on the handoff there, but a nice delay. Good run coming around left side. Gets plenty of room. We're going to get a hold back by the 15-yard line.
And that's a break for the defense if, in fact, it is an offensive hold, because that was our friend Lucas Meyer. He was allowed to get outside. And once he gets churning, he's a tough guy, much like Hahn, his counterpart, to bring down a big load.
And hold is the call there.
Maybe that's why he was able to get off the left side with nobody in front of him.
That infraction occurred somewhere around the 16-yard line. So that'll mark it all the way back to the 6.
Unofficially, I have in my head here a holding call, just one on each of the offensive units in this game. Really haven't been a lot of penalties. There've been a couple jumping illegal motions and maybe an offsides by Ripon early in the game that gave Waupun their first down of the game.
So it brings up 2nd down and about 10 yards as they mark it back.
Now we got a full house backfield with motion by Nigber.
And a big carry up there, gets it up to the 10-yard line. I believe that was number 28. That it was as he gets up coming out of there. And Bach will have to come off for at least one play as his helmet came off on him. So it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Warriors.
Rain is pretty much gone, it would appear. The wind is also dissipated, looking at the flags.
Oh, you can see it raining just a little bit if you look
Yeah,
off into
just
the
a drizzle.
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
just enough to make it naggy, as they say. So 3rd and 7. Here's the pitch outside. Tries turning the corner, not going to happen.
What great pursuit. He tried to cut, he realized there was nothing at the edge, and he stopped and tried to cut it back up against the grain, but the grain was all black jerseys and pants.
Noah Hansen leading it on that one for the Tigers, number 67, as he wrapped that big bear hug up there and brought him down. Brings up a 4th and 6 punting situation for the Warriors. Stelmacher back at almost the 40. He'll have great field position here for the Tigers. Almost blocked there.
Yeah, it was close.
And he's going to let it roll, and it goes out of bounds right at the 43-yard line right in front of us.
Yeah, he had to let it roll because he couldn't get to it as it was going out of bounds. So Ripon will have the ball in their own backyard, their own 43, it appears. 1st and 10. They'll try to improve on that 19-6 lead here early in the second half. Waupun started on offense in the second half. Ripon defense did their job, forced him to punt. Now Ripon will get their second offensive opportunity. On 1st down, they ran with, I think, Olsen. On their 2nd down last time, they ran with Stelmacher.
And Struble.
And
Struble
then,
was the first one, and then Stelmacher. And this time they go to the big guy up the middle right away. Like you said earlier, you're kind of wondering why they didn't go to Hahn right away on the last possession.
Yeah, you don't have to counter-think and think like a game of chess. What does he think that I think he's going to do?
Right.
Just give the Mack truck the ball.
He picks up 4 on that. As 6:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers leading 19-6 on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Why is there? Okay. Yeah, boy, they are just so stacked up in there. They got 34 on their minds, and why not?
And they go to Stelmacher. He's going around the left side. If he can get that corner turn, not quite. He'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
What a great open field tackle, one-on-one, because if he gets past that guy, look out.
Yeah, he had nothing but green in front of him.
Great open field tackle by the defender for the Warriors over on the far side, the high side.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Their second possession here of the second half.
You know, I just keep pounding Cameron Hahn. I mean, this is not
rocket science.
Just keep pounding him.
There they go, handed to him. This time the Warriors are there.
Give it to him again on 4th.
It'll bring up 4th and about 3 for the Tigers. And they're sending in the punting team.
I like to see Cameron Hahn get the ball on 1st down. They haven't done it yet in the second half on the 2 offensive possessions.
And that makes, at 1st down, at least you got a good idea of where you're sitting.
Yes.
It's a lot easier when it's a 2nd and 4.
That
Olsen, nice kick.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's not far, but it doesn't have to be.
And they jump on it right away at about the 17-yard line. So that's where the Warriors will take over.
And I get punting. I have no problem with that. The defense did their job on Meyer in particular, on the Lucas Meyer on the last possession, but they have to continue to do that. You can't. I talked about it in the first half. You cannot do a nice job on 1st and 2nd down, and then let the offense of the opposing offense then have the big play on 3rd. Got to finish the deal.
So here we go, Warriors.
That rain is
with their second
position.
Yeah, it's coming back a little bit.
Yep.
Quick pitch outside, looking to go around that corner on the right. Tigers trying to string it out. We're going to get a hold back at around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's who else? Lucas Meyer with the ball on the quick pitch, like you said. Some teams like to go with the motion man, let him get ahead of steam, and then pitch it to him when he's already laterally running. But in that case, on the snap of the ball, they like to pitch it that way.
And the holding call will move it back 10 yards.
A number of years ago, back when Kelm was still the head coach, playing at Waupun, they would run that jet sweep series pretty effectively, Waupun, and in fact good enough to beat Ripon on that particular occasion. We don't see that series, that jet sweep series either.
So the ball will be moved back to the roughly the 9-yard line, 8. So Waupun with first and about 17.
I'm going to hold him here on first and
Big
long.
hole up the middle.
It didn't get too much.
They'll pick up about 4, maybe 5. See which side judge they go with.
Nobody's hitting low. I mean, once you stand them up, someone needs to take the legs out of that big beast. You can't just go, because that's why that pile, that's why there was no whistle. He's allowed to go for a few more yards because you're not getting him wrapping up the legs after he stood up.
Still moving forward on that.
Got a few. Defense did their job to bring up second and long.
The second and 15.
Waupun on their own, 12-yard line. This is big opportunity in the battle of field position.
And
fumble.
Ball came out. It's still out there.
Oh, God, went off the foot after it was
a lineman
fumbled.
Kicked it backwards.
Well, yeah, bounced off his foot. He didn't even see it, the back of his heel, and then Waupun fell on it. Good fortune for them. But good fortune for the Tigers that the ball's even further back now into their own backyard, just outside the 5-yard line, in fact, on third and forever. Ripon
third
defense.
And 25.
Ripon defense has a great opportunity.
Pin your ears back and go at them right here.
And they don't even have to. Just keep it in front of them. Don't let them get the first and make them punt, and you're going to have really good position.
Twins to the near side, single receiver up top for the Warriors. Dropping back, going with it quick on a timing pass, and that never had a chance as the quarterback was pressured by Brett Bach.
Well, it was great coverage, too. He did not get beat by the intended receiver down that sideline, the cover man for Ripon.
So it'll bring up fourth and a punting situation.
Good coverage, not falling asleep there, because they have not put the ball up much at all. And I believe that was Tyler Bradley, the sophomore, number 20 on that coverage.
So Stellmacher will be back right around the 35-yard line. The snap. Quick kick, and it's partially blocked.
Oh, boy, that's going nowhere.
And number 2 tried blocking a Tiger into the ball, and to no avail. The officials on it right away.
Try first and 10, ball about the 15-yard line. We'll have to see.
We got a flag back in the end zone, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see
Personal
what the flag
foul.
is about. Oh, no, it's going to be automatic first down.
Yep, running into the kicker.
Well, wait
or
a
roughing
minute.
the kicker.
Well, let's see. I'm not so sure what the call is right now.
Looked like he signaled the personal foul.
Yeah.
And it's against Ripon.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge mistake by the Tigers. You didn't have to do anything.
No, you just had to stand there.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to go for a block or do anything like that. I mean, look where the ball is. The ball was being snapped from inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, he was kicking from out of the end zone. So it'll be first and 10 for the Warriors after that penalty.
When you're a team that doesn't, in search of your first win, doesn't have a win, there's no excuse for that type of a play.
So here we go. Defense back on the field for the Tigers. Motion for the Warriors. They're looking, handing it around the right side.
Nigber off the right side. That's number 4.
He'll pick up about 3 yards.
Still trying to stretch to the wide side of the field to keep the defense honest, and then they want to come back and pound Larson, the big guy. Kind of like what Ripon is doing. These two teams very much in terms of what they're doing, strategizing.
High snap.
Oh, what a
and
pop.
Just got that out in time. Still on his feet, still going. Gonna get really close to that first down marker.
I think he might have. It's going to be close. Let's see where he spots it. Right on it.
Yep, it'll be a first down.
Yep. Man, he took a shot to hang in there. Give the quarterback for Waupun credit. He took a hit to stay in there and get rid of that ball.
Yeah, Hull just just kind of threw it out there quick as he touched it because he knew he was going to get popped. So they're going to say third, just short. Official timeout here as they spot the ball. Third and about 3 inches. It is really close. So this, look for another keeper here by Hull as he did the last time they were this close. Nope. Going to hand it off the side. Nice job by the Tigers. Ball's loose. Stelmacher picks it up. He'll be down. And Ripon recovers that fumble.
Boy, it almost looked like he was down, didn't it?
His motion had stopped.
I'm just saying, it looked like he was down. What I was just going to say, when he got stood up, I said, okay, he's short. He doesn't have the first. And then his second effort, I was about to say, second effort just gave him the first down, which it would have.
The officials are talking this one. They're saying first down.
Yeah, because it's what I just thought was true. He was down when that ball came out. Yeah, I think it's the right call. We don't have a monitor in front of us with a video.
Coach Bradley wants an explanation.
Well, the runner was down, Coach.
Yeah.
And the ball squirted out when he hit the ground. No, he was standing straight up initially, but
then
his second effort gave him the first down.
Yeah.
The emotions.
Well, you're looking for your first win. There's going to be a lot of emotions here, that's for sure.
You better stop making mistakes like running into the punter. That is a huge, serious mistake. Ripon would have had the ball probably around their own 30-yard line.
Yeah.
And instead it was automatic 1st and 10 for Waupun after the defense did their job. Now the defenses had to stay out there for another series and work. And right now Waupun is moving the ball.
Yep, it's 1st and 10, ball sitting on the 34-yard line for the Warriors. There's the motion again, giving it to the sweep, going out. He gets that corner turn, picks up about 5.
Nigber, number 4, again on the end around.
He'll say he stepped out right around the 41-yard line. Depending which official you look at.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as part of their team. Starting wage is over $20 per hour. Full benefits effective day 1 and $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online, www.smuckerscareers.com.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Warriors. Ball sitting just over the 40-yard line.
Who's going to step up, make the play for the defense?
There's the motion again, coming around to the near side. They're stringing it out, and a nice job out there. And that's number 4 out there for the Tigers.
Great tackle by Max Huber. He's a sophomore, another one of those underclassmen.
Yeah, he just came flying from the far side and did a nice shoestring tackle.
Yeah, got him at the ankles. Great job.
So 3rd and 2.
That had first down written all over it. I like the way they're going wide, Waupun. This reminds me of the Berlin game with Joe Stelmacher. Off tackle, go wide one way, then quick pitch, go the other way, and then come back physical up inside the middle. Let's see if they go to their buddy, number 28 here.
Up the middle for a couple.
Let's see, Lucas Meyer. 3rd and short, that's where I'm going. The big guy, lone back right now.
All under center. There's the motion. And they go to the big guy up the middle, and he's still going. He'll pick up about a good 6 yards and a first down for the Warriors.
Offense or defensive line for Ripon got blown off the line of scrimmage there. Give credit to Waupun. Right now, because of that mistake made down earlier, running into the punter, Waupun taking full advantage of that right now. Now entered the ball just short of Ripon territory. 48-yard line of Waupun.
As you said, Waupun taking advantage of that mistake. So it brings up 1st and 10. Ball at the 48. Here they go, back up the middle again.
2
and
yards.
Pick up 2 yards.
Better job by the defense.
Not quite as big a hole. It got collapsed pretty quick there.
You can hear the Ripon fans below us. They're getting nervous. They got the game under control. All of a sudden,
not so much.
It's not so much, and the emotions are kicking in.
So this will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Who wants it?
Exactly.
Low man wins here.
Quarterback dropping back. There's that little pitch, and that's incomplete, so I kind of lied to you. We have 5 seconds left. I was expecting the run on that.
Well, who wouldn't?
Hey, the way they've been running the ball, exactly. Why not? So it brings up.
Both teams, Howard, right? I mean, how many pass attempts have we seen in this game?
Probably count them all on one hand. I've got 6 fingers, so I guess we're in good shape.
Okay.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Warriors as they are right at midfield.
Figure 2 down territory.
Hall. There's that quick handoff going on that sweep around.
Oh, it took the wrong angle.
Yep, and a big first down run there for that number 4 out there.
Wrong angle of pursuit by a senior was huge. Going for the loss, going for the tackle on the loss instead of taking the proper angle.
And that's where the 3rd quarter will come to an end. Ripon leading Waupun 19-6. We'll be back in 1 minute.
MPB Builders in Ripon, national award winners in building construction, is now hiring. MPB Builders is currently seeking employees for general labor, mechanics, material estimators, draftsmen, and clerical work. If you're a subcontractor for metal roofing or post-frame construction, MPB has immediate work available. MPB Builders offers competitive wages and full benefits, part-time positions available for college students and semi-retired individuals. For more about what MPB has to offer, check out their website at mpbbuilders.com.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter here at Ingalls Field. Homecoming 20-21. And a handoff up the middle. Who else but number 28. And he'll gain a couple of yards on that. Tiger defense needs to step up here.
Well, they just did on that play on 1st and 10. But they're doing a great job of mixing it up. The defense now realizing that Nigber on the edge, and then you take a heavy dose of Meyer up the middle, seems to be right now a strategy that's working for the Waupun offense. Defense has to make a play.
Hall under center. There's the motion. Handoff, quick turn up the middle and going nowhere. They'll turn around, get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be it.
They're trying to run a little counter there, misdirection. Now that's set up. Now if they could run that same play on this next one, fake the handoff to that back, and then either give it to number 28 or quarterback keeper coming out the other side. So let's see if they run that same formation, and this time quarterback hands it to Larson instead, second man, going over the A gap on the right side versus the left, or keeps it around.
3rd and 7.
Straight back.
Looking to pass. Just lobs it out there. Nice job of setting up for that screen.
Beautiful.
And he'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 25, 24-yard line.
We got a ball game, folks.
That was set up really nice.
Nice job by the quarterback for Waupun, under that kind of pressure to throw the strike to his big target.
Just sucked the defensive end out there in there, and the back just slipped out.
Waupun doesn't have a lot of really good offensive performers, but the 2 or 3 that they have, you look at Nigber doing the quick, and you look at number 28, Meyer, doing the physical, and the quarterback with just enough talent.
False start is the call.
Yeah, and they've had at least their 3rd one of those. And the quarterback just enough talent to run the show, and it's effective.
They've done a really good job there. Egamite checking in now for the Tigers.
What a big first down that was on that pass. It looks like, I thought it was going to be a screen pass, but I never saw anything like that develop with the line.
Yeah, there wasn't much for blockers out there in front of them at all.
No, there wasn't. So it wasn't a screen. It was just a sort of a little out pattern.
So it'll bring up 1st and 15. There's the pitch coming around to that side. Not going to happen.
That time they went with the motion. They put him in motion on the quick pitch. And defense did a great job of slicing through for negative yardage.
Looked like number 84 shot in there for the Tigers. So a loss out there. It'll take it back to 2nd and just about 19.
We're in the 4th quarter, 10 minutes and change, 19-6 Ripon, but they're trying to prevent Waupun from getting their 2nd score, because if they do, it's really going to be a tight ball game with just minutes remaining in regulation.
Dropping back, looking down the sideline. And
Nigber
incomplete out there.
Looked like Nigber had a chance to catch that, and on that out right by the sticks would have been good enough. If he catches it, would have been good enough for a first, but it didn't happen.
Ran out of real estate out there.
So it's going to be 3rd and long after that tackle for a loss by the Ripon defense. They got to hold him twice here. The ball on the Ripon 33.
The 3rd and 19 for Waupun.
Quarterback ties those shoes. That's number 23, of course.
Yeah, Hull, you don't want
Easton Hull.
You don't want to turn around and step on a shoelace.
Oh, look out.
Egamite has him in his grip. He's going nowhere, and they're going to blow the whistle dead. Yeah.
You got to be smart now. Don't get excessive play and get another flag. Great job by Egamite. That first step was so explosive. He was untouched. He just blew by that right, I don't know if it was a guard or a tight end. I mean, a tackle or a tight end. I don't know, but he's like he didn't come out of his stance, and Egamite was everything out of a cannon.
And Kai had a hold of him right away and was not going to let go.
So now the tide is turned in favor of the defense, stepping up with a little help of a 5-yard illegal motion, and then from there the defense for Ripon is kind of, maybe smelled a little blood there and, picked up their giddy up coming off the ball.
4th and 24 for the Warriors here.
They're coming hard. The offense knows that.
Looking down, steps up, going nowhere, brought down again by the Tigers.
Another loss of about 3.
And a group of Tigers in there.
So Ripon will take over. It works out in their favor when Waupun had all that momentum going in their favor.
That
was a long possession following. Look at how many minutes Waupun had that ball offensively after that running into the punter.
Give Kyle Robbie the sack on that one, as he's the first one to hit the quarterback out there for the Tigers. So it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 41. Now you just give them a steady diet of Hahn up the middle. 8:49 to go here in the ball game.
They haven't been giving it to him on 1st down.
Well, he did that time and pick up
of 1.
Maybe. They shot in there and took his legs out, just like you were saying. That's what you have to do.
Team effort, offensive line has to do their job as well.
So it brings up 2nd and I'm going to say 9.5, 8:23 to go here.
And ticking 19-6, Ripon.
On your Heidel House scoreboard. Taking a lot of time in that huddle, using up a lot of the clock.
Up by a couple scores. The ball on their own 43.
This one going to Stellmacher. He cuts it back up, gets through the first line, the second line. He's out to the 40, down to the 30, only one man to beat, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. It's going to be a 58-yard touchdown run from Gannon Stellmacher.
No flag on the play.
And just like that, the Tigers score.
Holy moly, what a great cutback, stop and go. We talked about that. Best athlete on the ball club, pound for pound.
Just a phenomenal run there as he was stopped dead and then cut right back.
Just when Ripon needed something, needed a boost here in the second half. They didn't do anything in the 3rd quarter, but they sure did in the 4th right now. Is that the play that's going to put them over the top and solidify a win? Let's see.
They're going to go for the 2-pointer here. Give it to the big guy up the middle. He's driving, and he's in. So the 2-point conversion
Just like that.
Yep, exactly. A nice job there by Hahn on the run.
Celebrating 125 years of community banking, the natural choice to help you with your financial growth, helping make secure financial decisions for the long-term stability of you and your family. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC.
Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Drive your favorite teams to the game with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers.
Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Greg DeGalovich at 121 Watson Street, or Shad Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street. Learn more, Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Wow, what a difference. 27 to, 6?
27 to 6. Lightning hits quick.
Drops the ball at about his own 18, picks it up, runs it up the middle, gets wrapped around the shoulder pads, stumbles just south of the 30 maybe, right around the 30-yard line. Good coverage once again by kickoff coverage of the Tigers.
Special teams have done a great job. They're going to mark it out at the 29-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will take over.
Hillside Dental Associates of Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry. That's Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon.
So 1st and 10 for the Warriors as the ball is on the 29-yard line. Homecoming 2021, Tigers with the lead. Back to pass. There's that quick throw out. He just goes out and sits there in that flat.
To Nigber.
And a nice job and a great hit by Stelmacher.
Yeah, it was a nice hit. He does it all. But where the heck is the coverage? Everyone's dropping back in their pass, but no one's picking up a man. Yeah, I know they're in zone, but you still, when a guy comes to your neighborhood, you gotta be there. You cannot allow to have that many guys, 2-3 guys putting pressure on the opposing quarterback, and your Nigber, your halfback, just steps out 4 yards beyond the line of scrimmage and stands there like an orphan.
Yeah, he's camped.
Somebody has to be there and see that. Head on a swivel.
Big play there for the Warriors.
Yeah, it was.
Ball will be on the 46-yard line, looking to pass again, going deep, puts it up in the air, and just overthrows the intended receiver out there.
Boy, I like Nigber as a player.
Turn around and Brett Bach had great pressure in there to force that a little quicker than he wanted to throw it.
That's a standard 3-step drop, 3-4-step, not quite a 5, I know that, but they're going to that now. They're looking at the scoreboard. They're in the 4th quarter, so if you're Ripon, you got to be thinking we're going to see more passing. They don't have the patience now to do on the ground what they had done prior.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. All underneath.
The clock now becomes an issue for Waupun.
There's a quick handoff up the middle. On his feet, fighting off players. And a big break out there. And only one person's going to catch him, and that'll be Stelmacher. No, Egamite. No flags. It's a clean run.
What a player.
And a 55-yard touchdown run.
Boy.
For number 28.
And Kyle Roby, I'll give him credit. He had the legs around that big guy, but legs are stronger than arms, and that underclassman just couldn't quite reel him in. He needed reinforcements, didn't get it. Great individual effort by the big guy, Lucas Meyer, for Waupun. And just like that, Waupun is back in this game.
That's his 2nd touchdown of the evening, and they're going for the 2-point conversion. There's the motion, looking, going to the corner, little floater, and it's knocked down, so that is incomplete. Makes the score Ripon 27, Waupun 12. 7:16 mark left in the ball game on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Butzine Marchant, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896.
Fortified Bank is growing Wisconsin. One person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortified.com to see how banking locally is a win for you and your community. Member FDIC.
Hey, Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. That's Hometown Radio.
Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers' brands and specializes in providing solutions for your own home comfort needs, getting the job done professionally and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, servicing Ripon and the surrounding area.
The meat department at Webster's Marketplace has a butcher on site daily cutting the meat in our cases fresh for you and your family. Our meat service case features hand-cut steaks, signature stuffed mushrooms, marinated chicken breast, and great fresh from-the-sea options for you to enjoy. See you at Webster's.
As we get ready, some personnel come in late for the Tigers.
Wow, just like that, we've seen two quick, long-running touchdowns.
And there's the onside kick, and a nice job by the hands team up front to turn around and fall on it at midfield.
That was our guy.
Yeah,
Who else?
Mr.
Number
Hahn.
34.
So the Tigers will take over at midfield. Now you need about a 7-minute time-consuming drive and punch it in for a score.
We believe a company is like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out Walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Hand off to the big guy. He goes off the right side, still on his feet, going hard, driving. Picks up almost 14 yards on that.
Going to have
They're
to
gonna
change
round him
their
up to
logo.
15, yeah.
You got to change from Tigers to the Galloping Ghost like Kakana.
Just put a horse on the side.
Same colors.
Or even a nice orange and white tank on the side would look kind of neat on the helmet.
Yeah, Abrams, A1.
So a first down picked up there by Hahn. Clock continues to run, under 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Tigers with that lead, 27-12 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Struble, and we're going to get
a flag on the play. Let's see what the offsides on the offense, okay?
So somebody lined up in the wrong spot there.
By the way, girls volleyball for Ripon, they are on a mission this season. One of the best performances I've seen in many years. 7-team invitational at Clintonville last Saturday. They lost their first match. Then they came back and they won the 5 straight, and they ended up winning that. And in fact, they've won their last 3 straight multi-team meets. This hasn't happened since the 1990s. They had a couple teams there back in the day that made it to state. I'm not saying these gals are going to state, but they're playing some really good volleyball right now.
Always that good opportunity. Handed it off up the middle to Hahn. He fights. He'll get the 5 back. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10, a manageable spot there for them.
I talked to Norton Krause, the Laconia High School coach, very good teacher of the game of volleyball. And Ripon went in there and won. They won. They beat them in 4, and they went 3-1. And the Laconia is usually a good benchmark for girls volleyball. And he even made the mention to me when he messaged to me. He says they got a really good club this year.
They got chemistry.
Last night they traveled to Berlin last night. Do not know how they did against the arch rival Indians over in Berlin.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Delayed handoff to Hahn. He kicks it outside, still on his feet. Finally gets dragged down right around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you know, they went with other handoffs with Olsen and Stelmacher to start that second half, and it wasn't going their way. They ended up punting. And then they came back, and he still wasn't getting the ball on 1st and 10, but they give it to him on 3rd and long. Well, they figured out, guess what? Just feed the beast.
Yeah.
And these guys are worn down.
Speaking of feeding the beast,
yeah.
For a truly delicious lunch or evening dinner plan, visit Pastimes Pub and Grill. Carol's homemade soups are always available, along with a great variety of sandwiches, awesome burgers, and salads. Try their popular baby back ribs on Saturday night. If you enjoy cooking, stop by Pastimes and apply in downtown Ripon. Here we go. Struble up under quarter.
3rd and 4.
Quick handoff again. And this one will make it a first down as they get down to about the
punishing
23-yard line.
Very punishing. Next time you're heading out for breakfast or lunch, visit Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery. Their menu includes many different scratch-made, professionally prepared entrees and your meal with a delectable dessert from their in-house bakery. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Mr. and Mrs. P's, Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Turn around, and the Tigers with the ball here. First down, just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Be a great opportunity to punch it in here and make it a happy homecoming for the Tiger fans There they go.
Oh, my.
Delayed handoff again off that right side to Hahn. That's a nice little play there because the line is really splitting that defense.
Yeah, it's not really a delay handoff or anything, but I'll tell you what it reminds me of is the old 47, Jim Watson. I was the running back, and I remember that 2 steps to the right, off the right tackle, straight up. Nothing fancy. And I tell you, I love the way he's so physical, but the way he runs with that, you watch him on this next handoff, you know he's going to get it. And watch the way he runs with that lean. He's tall and big, but he makes himself.
He's getting lower.
Yeah,
where in the beginning of the year, he was upright.
He makes himself smaller, and it's.
How you can make him smaller.
Yeah, I know.
Struble with the keeper coming around the left side. He's got Stelmacher out in front of him, leading the block. He's down to the 10, cuts back around, still on his feet, knocked down right around the 4-yard line.
Yeah, inside the 5 for sure, Howard.
On a great play by the quarterback, Struble.
I almost thought that the play was a mess up and he turned around to hand it off and had to tuck and run, but I don't think so now. I think it was designed as such.
That looks similar to that play he did down at Port Washington last week where he got that big gain. So it'll bring up 1st and goal.
What a great way for Ripon to end what appears to be under 4 minutes remaining. Going to be a Ripon win, their first of the season, up 27-12, 3:49 remaining, and looking for more points right now inside the 5.
Go to the big guy. He powers his way into the end zone. 4-yard touchdown run for Cameron Hahn.
I don't know if you can get lower than that. My goodness.
He was pretty low on that one.
It reminded me of that touchdown run he had, their only score against Kettle Moraine Lutheran. We talked about earlier, he was so low and fired out of a cannon. And I hate to say cannon because we've
Cannon
named
the cannon.
Cannon the cannon. So we'll have to come up something else for big number 34.
You can't take that away from Riley.
No. Well, we could, but it just wouldn't be right. We're not even hearing Riley. Normally Riley's in my ear saying something, trying to aggravate me.
He said we owe him because we mentioned it. That's his. Here we are going for the 2-point conversion. There's Olsen in motion. He's got it going around the right side, cuts back in, brought down from behind.
Great job, too. That's a perfect example of looked like it was going to be what you're looking for, and he took away the edge, forced Olsen back into the pursuit. Great job by the defense by Waupun.
So at the 3:45 mark left in the ballgame, the Tigers lead the Warriors 33-12 here at homecoming at Ingalls Field.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational options to all students. Ripon Tigers are building their future in a high-achieving academic atmosphere supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and striving for excellence. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation. That's the Ripon Area School District, and I think they do a good job.
Yep. We're very fortunate to have great teachers that are passionate about what they do.
Yeah, a former school board member.
Yeah, you were on the school board.
Oh, yeah. And when I used to go into the classrooms and check things out, and very impressive. And I'll tell you what, the hardest working teachers are K through 5, without question. They don't get all these hourly breaks and free periods and all this stuff they do. That's right, high school teachers. I'm telling you.
Hahn turns around and kicks it down to the 21-yard line. Working to go outside, and that's going to be about it as Agamite turns around and forced the fumble there.
I'll tell you, when you believe you can win versus you hope you can win, I think this is what the body language does on a sports team, right? I mean, it's contagious. It's the high energy, the wanting to do better on the next play sort of attitude, and so happy for the Ripon Tigers.
Turn around. Speaking of Ripon Tigers, there were other activities going on. Cross country had a meet.
Well, they were behind my house trying to wake me up last Saturday. Chris Screening invite. And sometime we'll talk about Chris Screening and why it's named for that. But the boys, they were 9th out of 12 teams. The girls took 7th out of 11th. But I was talking to Coach Gatsky here at halftime, and he was talking because I said, hey, what'd you guys do at Winneconne? What did you do at Winneconne?
That's coming up.
And he goes, well, we had 3 medalists. He goes that Leah Page and Lucy Bettine on the girls' sides medaled, and then Dayton Baird as well medaled. And there was 14 teams, and some of those were Division I teams. I think he named Appleton East as one, that Patriots squad. So they're getting better, It's a work in progress, but congratulations to those three.
Hey, you want to peak towards the end of the year, that's for sure.
Yeah. Boys soccer is struggling. I'll tell you, you talk about the walking wounded. The past Monday, the boys played Winneconne to a 0-0 draw, but that broke a 5-game losing streak up to that point. Now, up next for them, they'll be heading over to, I think, Winneconne, actually. Last night they were at Berlin, and then this Monday they'll go to Campbellsport. That's the boys' soccer. We'll talk girls' tennis in just a moment. Ripon Tigers about ready to win homecoming, also their first win of the season.
And most importantly, retaining the little brown jug. Nice job on the outside to bring down the quarterback as he tried scrambling out there.
That'll go down as a sack, I believe, for about a 2-yard loss.
Yep.
That
was by number 5, your man.
Last Thursday, senior Katie Skog, after losing, she hasn't won a match yet as a senior at the number 4 singles. Well, she won 6-2, 7-5 over, guess who? Waupun. That secured the 4th win and the match for them, and the other seniors were the winners. That would have been Emma Mott, Lillian Schramm, and Selena Lopez. Between those 4 seniors, they secured that win over Waupun. Last night they played at Roncalli, didn't get a score, and then Tuesday they'll be traveling to Plymouth for their last duel.
Guardiola is the new quarterback for the Warriors in there, and he's having all sorts of trouble as the Tigers are just smothering him. It'll bring up 3rd and about 17.
We're back on the road Friday. I don't know if Riley's coming with us, but I'm buying the brats, the double brats on the Sheboygan. No, that's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
I'm a man ahead of my time. We're going to Kewaskum. Now
so we get hot dogs.
They do have a good hot dog product
over
there at a local butcher over there, and we'll do that. But, so we're traveling to Kewaskum, who's got their hands full tonight at home. 4-1 Kewaskum entertaining 4-1 Berlin.
Battle of the Indians there.
Yep.
And going down once again as coverage was there on the Tigers.
Almost Perkins
with his second sack.
Yeah, second sack. And I'll say, wait a minute, he dropped the ball. Maybe I'll get the sack along with the recovery of the fumble, but he was already down. But I love the way that guy thinks. What a nice athlete for a 9th grader to be playing at this level.
So it'll bring up 4th and 25. For the Warriors.
Last time this jug, the little brown jug, was retained for 4 consecutive seasons by the Ripon Tigers. You got to go back to the early 2000s. So quite a few years since that's happened. Also, it's going to put, because of the all-time series being in favor of Waupun with 33 wins, Ripon with 31 and 1 tie. That'll put Ripon in the all-time series just 1 game short of tying Waupun.
Oh, it was the best thing ever could have happened was getting Waupun back in the conference, to being able to play for that again. And like I say, they had to search for the jug, and they found it in Keith Bardick's closet.
In the closet, right.
Because nobody knew where it was.
Right next to the Twinkies. And and the other nice thing about bringing them back into the fold here of the conference is we don't have to drive as far for one of these, because you look at Plymouth, you look at Sheboygan Falls, you look at Port Washington, you look at who am I leaving out of there yet? There's somebody else.
Sheboygan Falls?
I mean, there's some long roads.
Well, that's job security for WIAA by mixing those conferences up and throwing things around. Long for the days of the old conference where you had about a half an hour maximum drive to go play somebody. So we got 1 minute and 20 to go here in the ball game, and it is a punting situation, but they're going for it on 4th and 24.
Yep. Fumble the snap, and he goes down.
Yep. And we have a lot of fresh black jerseys in there for the Tigers, as you want to get everybody in.
Yep.
As the
non-starters for both clubs have been playing here over the last 3.5 minutes.
Yep. So everybody comes away with a feeling of playing in the homecoming victory. Want to turn around and send a special.
So we'll have to see if Plymouth was able to survive Port Washington, putting their undefeated record against 4-1 Port Washington. And Port Washington's only loss, I talked about this last week, was against Division I Cedarburg. So that should be a whale of a game. We talked about Berlin 4-1 at 4-1 Kewaskum tonight, and then Kettle Moraine Lutheran at 2-3 at 2-3 Sheboygan Falls. But KML, I bet you beats them by at least 3 scores.
That'll be an interesting one to see. So here we go, the Tigers with the ball. Perkins gets the ball up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 yards as we will come up on the 1 minute mark here.
Late flag after the play,
Yep.
so it'll be a personal type of foul, unsportsmanlike, I'm sure.
Flag was thrown down around the 7-yard line.
It was after the whistle, unless it took him a day and a half to pull that flag. Sometimes that does happen.
You know, we really haven't had a lot of flags tonight, which has really been nice.
Here's the good news. The wind is gone, and the rain is gone, and the game is just about over.
Hey, what more can you ask for?
Yeah.
Now they're going to mark it off against Ripon. Didn't see that one coming.
Well, where he threw the flag, I think someone was unceremoniously thrown to the ground after the play was over.
I want to send a shout out to John Stein from the class of 71 was in my store today. It's their 50th. And my class, the class of 76, it's our 45th.
Yeah.
And we're going to get ready for
Hahn
the
and
dunking of
Stellmacher.
Bradley.
Hahn and Stellmacher.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see it coming, folks. This is
Nope.
going to be awesome.
They're occupying him.
Check this out.
And there it goes. Take it all, Mark, and enjoy it.
I'll tell you one thing, a freshman wouldn't do that.
No. That's for sure, and what a way to celebrate the victory. The best part is yet to come as they will hopefully break out the little brown jug.
Don't break the little brown
Right.
jug.
Just break it out. That's what I said. And we're winding down with 15 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Congratulations to the Ripon Tigers on their first win. Boy, they've
A
hung in
well-played
there.
game.
And it couldn't come against a better opponent in the Warriors. Look at this.
Look at that run going all the way.
And the defense played a very consistent game tonight.
Yeah, it was solid effort by everyone on the Tigers to get this victory. I want to turn around and thank everybody in our crew, Riley Eisenagel, our cameraman and executive producer.
Cole
doing
Cole Gregney does
yeah.
a great job. Chris wasn't here tonight,
Yep.
but we know who's on the big board. Tell me, is Biggie on the big board again?
Biggie is on the board out at the station.
The
and,
Bigster.
Casey Hansen down on the sideline
Yeah,
camera.
don't want to forget about the cameraman. I'm so proud of him. He takes the lens cover off right away. He
Well,
knows to do this.
you instilled that into him enough. I'm sure it worked out there. So, but want to turn around and thank Marty Ernster for color tonight. I'm Howard Hansen. Great homecoming victory for the Tigers as
Yes.
they pick up their first victory.
Yes.
I want to wish everybody a good evening and a better tomorrow.
Yeah, see you in Kewaskum next Friday.